Hello, GraceWay families. We miss you. Our teachers miss you. We miss seeing our parents around in the car line, in the building. We miss seeing our students here. And I know this week is a week that we would have been out of school anyway, with it being spring break. But knowing that we're not coming back to a regular week kind of makes us think a little bit more about your kids. So I just wanted to do a quick video. This is mostly about elementary, so kindergarten through 5th grade. Preschool families, I'll do a separate video for you all. So I just want to share what our priorities are right now. Clearly, one of our big priorities is keeping everybody safe and healthy to the extent possible. We don't want you and your kids to be sick. We don't want our staff to be exposed. And so we're honoring recommendations that are coming from agencies that have more information than we do. So that's a huge priority for us. Another priority for our elementary families is that we're going to meet the recommendations and honestly the requirements that are coming from the Department of Education and School Choice. School Choice is the group that we work with to make sure we're compliant for scholarships. We want your scholarships to still be good, so we're going to honor everything they want us to do. And we want our school time, our distance learning time to count. So we are going to get back up and moving on Tuesday like we were going to, except your students will be at home, unfortunately. But we're going to start on Tuesday because our hope is that we don't have to make up any days. We're going to honor their requirements. For example, we are going to have daily contact with your student. The teachers are going to log the information, how long they were connected, whether it's phone or video or like a video chat. We're working on maybe Duo for that, which is a free app that anybody can put on their device, regardless of whether you have Android or Apple or what have you. We're going to make sure we're communicating with our parents at least once a week. Over the phone to connect with you, answer questions. This shouldn't be a time for us to be panicked. And this shouldn't be super, super painful. I know this is not what we all had planned for this year. And that may be causing you to be a little nervous about what this is going to turn into, especially if you have multiple students. So keep in mind that school at home is not 6 hours of school like it is here. It's about 2 hours. This is 2 hours that may be consecutive. Maybe you and your kid are like, hey, let's knock this out before lunch. Maybe you'd rather do a little bit and take a break and then come back later in the day. Obviously, the older your child is, the more independent they are. But this shouldn't be a horrible experience. And so definitely communicate with your teacher. If you're struggling in certain ways with certain things, please talk about that. And let's find solutions to that so that your child still continues to learn, so that they're still on the path for being ready for the next grade level, which is important. So let's do that. And we need to keep in mind the sort of hidden blessing here, and that is that this is the 4th quarter that we're going into. And 4th quarter is a little bit of new material and a lot of review of material they've already learned, but maybe they struggled with it. And as a class, there might be concepts in math, for example, where the whole class struggled on something. This time of year is going back to that. Like, okay, we did this before. I know y'all didn't quite get it exactly. Let's do it again. And so you are not going to be guiding them through lots and lots of brand new material. So please keep that in mind, that the blessing here is that this is the 4th quarter. We are going to have our pickup line tomorrow, Monday as an alternate option, but honestly, tomorrow would really be best if you can all make it between 3 and 5 tomorrow. We're going to be giving out paper and books for your students to get started for this week. We will be doing a combination of paper and online to the extent that we are not locked down. If we're locked down, we will have to switch over to a little bit more online, obviously. Kind of no way around that. Definitely hold on to your students' work. I'm hoping that we can do a car line once a week where we can trade work. We'll give you some fresh stuff. You'll give us what they've been working on. In the meantime, your teacher may ask you to take pictures and text it to them just to confirm that they're on track, or, hey, you know what, looks like they're struggling. We're going to talk later today and we're going to go over such and such. So please do not throw away worksheets and whatnot. We will be collecting everything. If we do happen to go on lockdown, and I don't have any information that you don't have, so please don't take this as I secretly know something. I don't secretly know anything about this. I'm just looking at what's going on around the world and around our country right now, and a lockdown is a possibility. So keeping that in mind, if we would have a lockdown announced before we had our car line, we would move up our car line. Generally, they give you some notice, so we would have opportunity to do that. Our teachers know that we're going to be possibly contacting them early. Okay, we're moving our car line up. Let's kind of regroup and everybody come on in and let's get this done. So definitely texting and email. Please keep checking those two things because that's going to be even more critical than it is in a normal school operation situation. We really do need you to be able to stay in touch with us. That's super important. As our teachers are switching gears, and I want to thank them for giving up their spring break mostly. They're not really having the week that they were supposed to be having. And so I'm super thankful for them and everything they've been doing to try to get your kids ready to switch gears a little bit. They may ask you to do Skype or Duo or Zoom, to have a face-to-face. Education, especially with young children, is definitely there's a human factor to that. And we're not going to lose that because of the situation that we're in. So your teachers are going to want to be able to see your children and not just speak audio only over a phone call, if at all possible. We do want to keep that connection going. There are things that are with the reasons why you chose us. And we're going to maintain those things. We're still going to have a Christian foundation. We can have that anywhere, any way we can have that. That's easy. You wanted smaller class sizes and individualized instruction. You're still going to get that. Kind of super individualized, honestly, with the time that that your student will get that one-on-one time. Still with their teacher every day, to just focus on them and what's happening with you. What's happening with, hey, are you understanding this? Or I kind of think you're struggling here. Let's talk about that. How can I help you? Or, hey, what's going on at home? How's your dog? Your kids share a lot of information with their teacher about their personal lives and, their pets and their neighbors and their family and their grandparents. And definitely maintaining that human connection is important. And your kids need to see that your teacher is okay, that this is a person that they love and they care about. And so we want them to be able to see their teacher and understand, hey, we're fine. It's just we're not in the same room together right now, but we're going to be, and it's okay. And so we do want to definitely maintain that. As long as we're not locked down, we will have people in the office. We will be here at least 8 to 2. If you need to come in for different reasons and you need different hours, please contact us, and you can leave a message here at the school. Emailing me is probably better, and that's admin@gracewayacademy.org. And we can arrange to come in earlier or to be here later. Probably be here anyway, but just to make sure we can make different time arrangements if you need it. So I think that's it for now. And we miss you and we're thinking about you, and we're definitely going to stay in touch. If you have parent friends that who are not on Facebook because they don't really want to see people's, breakfast pictures and all kinds of kooky stuff, and they're just not into the Facebook thing. It'd be nice if they were, because it's another way for us to communicate, even if they're only on it for the purpose of communicating with us. So you may want to offer them that encouragement. Breakfast photos are not required to be on Facebook, but it's just another communication tool. So anyway, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, you can certainly contact us through Facebook. You can send us emails, call the school if, during the week. We'll be here starting Tuesday. Monday, we're going to be having meetings and other things. But there's lots of different ways to get in touch with us, and we definitely want to stay in touch. So that's it for now. Take care and stay safe.